Welcome to Mount Pleasant, everybody, where it has finally started to feel like fall. And with that comes the beautiful colors of the trees, the reds, the greens, the oranges, all blending together. But tonight, inside Martin Ice Arena, it's the maroon and gold against the black and red. Hi again, everybody. Welcome inside the broadcast booth. Reagan Cleaves alongside Ryan Donnelly. Happy to have you along for this evening. So happy that you have joined us and chosen to spend your evening with us. And it should be a fun one. Two teams that, unlike the last two series for CMU, seem like a fairly even matchup.
Yeah, Davenport has not won a game yet. They are 0-6 right now in conference play. They haven't looked too hot. Same with Central Michigan, who are starting off 1-5. This should be a very fun matchup for both CMU and Davenport. Despite the records, CMU has looked better. Despite the score says, they look more aggressive this year. Christopher Martin, the captain, has looked very good as a leader of this team, and who knows? Hopefully things can turn around, and hopefully we can get a win tonight.
Yeah, hopefully indeed. And CMU was pretty close last week against Michigan State, coming within one goal on Friday, 2 weeks ago, before the homecoming break a weekend ago. But on Saturday it was a much different story. First two periods, about as tight as they could be. 2-1 with just about 2 minutes into the third period, and then penalties started to rack up for CMU, and it hurt them. MSU went 3 for 5 on the power play in the third period alone, going 3 for 6 on the night, and that's really what blew things open. So the 7-2 scoreline a bit deceiving.
Yeah, and CMU has had this problem all year when it comes to discipline. We go back a couple weeks to LTU. Towards the second period, they had about 7 penalties altogether. Penalties has been CMU's biggest problem, and you saw that last game. You saw all those penalties given out, and look what happens. It was all MSU towards the end of the game on last Saturday. Hopefully, we can turn that around. Obviously, it's not going to change in one day, but hopefully penalties can slow down and we can see less tonight.
Indeed, and Central Michigan's penalty kill has been pretty good of late. Their power play, though, has been fantastic over the last couple of games. Connor Morgan leading the MCHC and third in the nation in power play goals. He has 4 of them, the only goals he's scored all year.
Yeah, Connor Morgan has been phenomenal for CMU. Again, third on the team when it comes to goals, and he has looked sharp, way sharper. He's gotten a bigger role than he did last year on this team, and it kind of shows he deserves that bigger role. You know, just goals after goals after goals and just assist after assist. He's sharing the puck. He's being a very good teammate when it comes to all these other teammates, and he's shined. He's been probably one of the biggest stars on this team, and hopefully more production from him tonight, and hopefully we can see a lot more production from him tonight along with everybody else.
And we'll talk about Connor Morgan and the rest of the Chippewas a little bit later on in the pregame show. But right now, time to take a look at the MCHC standings. Again, a couple teams that we're used to seeing at the top. Oakland, Lawrence Tech, and Michigan, all undefeated through the start of their season. Oakland's played 6, LTU's played 4. Michigan has played 3. They've been dominant throughout, and they lead the MCHC in terms of point percentage. Following them is Michigan Flint, who's at an even 500 through 10 games. They've by far played the most amount of games of any MCHC team to start this season. Adrian sitting at number 5 at 1-2. They're just getting their season underway. But Ryan at the bottom, CMU, for what seems like the first time that I can remember, is at the bottom of the MCHC East, entering conference play in a couple of weeks. They're 1-5 on the year. That's all because of point percentage. They're 16.7% of the points, or a .167, and things just haven't been going right for CMU. Part of that is because they've played such high caliber opponents.
And in my opinion, watching film on them this past week, CMU just looks better than their record shows. You know, although they haven't really shown a lot offensively, but penalties have been killing them all year. Bad defense, in my opinion, has looked not great. Defense has not looked great at all this year. But they still show a lot of aggressiveness. They still can show, like, we are still in this for the rest of the year. Although it might not look good when it comes to the national tournament. CMU, this is kind of like a stepping forward. You have all these guys that want to prove it. They want to make sure to put the HCHA on notice, like, hey, we're here. Like, this might be our last year. You look at guys like Isaac Gibbs. You look at guys like Christopher Martin. You look at guys, and they're here to prove it, and they want to just show although we are last in the MCHC, we still can prove that we're competitive and we can put on a good hockey game.
Yeah, and keep in mind this is only the overall overall standings for the MCHC. In reality, the only thing that matters for the MCHC is how well you do against the 5 other teams in your division. And for CMU, that all comes later on in the season. But tonight they take on Davenport, who is a team that has struggled. We'll step aside, and then we'll come back and we'll preview the two teams. We'll take a closer look at Davenport, take a closer look at CMU. You're tuned in to CCHN. Back here inside Martin Ice Arena, where Davenport and Central Michigan, about 15 minutes away from puck drop here. CMU comes into tonight 1-5 on the year. Their worst start since 1920, Ryan, or since the 2019-2020 campaign. But when they in that season, they ended up finishing out the regular season strong, winning all of their games in the regional bracket and qualifying for the ill-fated 2020 tournament. So it's not all downhill from here.
And you forgot to leave out one thing. We actually won the Vesna Cup that year. So despite the record, there's still a chance. It's still like really early in the season. We still have about 4 or 5 months left to go here in the regular season. But CMU, like I mentioned, has looked way better than the record shows. And hopefully things turn around. You take a look at the young guys like Hop, Holton, Kunn. They got really good playing time throughout. And then you got Isaac Hop, who was a freshman last year. He notched his first goal of the season last series. And it's been looking up so far.
Yeah, indeed. And for Central Michigan, they hope to turn things around here at home. They're 1-2 to start the year here at the Marty. And that's a very, very different look from the way they finished last year. 5 consecutive wins at home to end the year, continuing on into the home opener this year against Ferris State. But since then, they've had 2 tough games against Michigan State and GV, where, frankly, they've been blown out at home.
Oh, yeah. It's been tough. GV has been known to be one of the top teams in the country, and we're going to see them later this season. And like you said, like we started off very, very hard. Like Ferris, tough team. Like LTU, probably one of the top teams in our conferences. I don't want to say it's gonna get easier from here, but it's gonna be more manageable and more, just a little more calm, and hopefully things change. You know.
Certainly hope they do. And tonight may prove to be a bit of a stepping stone for CMU. They're taking on a team that is winless in 6 in Davenport. They're 0-2 in the MCHC West play, and they've had some tough losses to start the year. Got blown out by Western Michigan in their first series, winless in their home showcase against Pitt and Miami. But they're coming off of a series against Olivet Nazarene where they held their opponent to single digits and only lost by 3 and 1 goal respectively. So this Davenport team starting to turn things around, but they're a very young team, Ryan. Only 6 of the 20 players are upperclassmen, either juniors or seniors. Everybody else is either freshmen and sophomores.
Yeah, this team has youth, and this team runs very deep. You look at guys like Ethan Ring, who's a sophomore this year. You're going to see him fly. He's a very fast scorer. Although he doesn't score goals, he's going to tire this CMU team out, and we'll talk about that later when we look at our key players to look out for. But this team's got youth. We have a lot of veterans on our team. However, they have a lot of youth. They run deep. They're going to tire us out, and hopefully we learn. Hopefully we just don't feel tired at all, and hopefully we look good.
Yeah, indeed. And this series history has been dominated by Central Michigan. Even though Davenport won the first 2 games back in 2013 and 14, Central Michigan has won 9 of the last 10 of the last 11 games. Their only loss coming last year in the first, 2 years ago in the first game of that series, where Davenport snapped a 9-game winning streak for Central Michigan. And that was a game where Davenport came out fast, they came out strong, and Central Michigan just got caught flat-footed.
Yeah, and Davenport has always had speed, which that's their name of the game, is speed. They want to tire out every opponent. That also includes Central Michigan. I hope during practice, Coach Martin told them, hey, don't get tired. Stay in it throughout the game. Davenport, speedy team. You're going to see that later tonight. Hopefully we don't just feel tired.
Yeah, and hopefully Central Michigan is able to come out of the slump they've been in. 4-game losing streak, the longest since, ironically, since they started a losing streak against Grand Valley State, and lost 4 straight to both GV and Florida Gulf Coast at the end of the first semester last year. But since those 4 games last year, they were able to turn things around, and hopefully tonight is the start of turning something around for CMU in this season. We'll step aside. We'll be right back with a quick look at our impact players on CCHN. Time now to take a look at our keys to the game presented by SeamishiceHockey.com. But before that, we get to our impact players. For Central Michigan, Ryan, we've got Connor Morgan and Lucas Hutton. And we've already touched on Connor Morgan, has been dominant on the power play for Central Michigan. But tell me a little bit more about Lucas Hutton.
Yeah, so Lucas Hutton, like I've mentioned before, has gotten a lot more playing time. He hasn't notched a goal yet this year. He has 2 assists, though. He has 2 points on the season so far. He's a team player. He goes out there. He just helps out the team. He's not a goal scorer. We saw that last year, and we're seeing that a little bit this year. But he's out there. He's a great teammate, and he likes to pass. He loves the assists, and hopefully we get to see him notch a goal tonight. But he's a great team player.
Yeah, and from that defensive position, he's not necessarily expected to score goals. He's expected to make those defensive plays, and he has throughout the beginning of this year. On the other side, for Davenport, Will Solando, who is their leading scorer, is out of the lineup tonight. He was one of our he was one of our impact players, but he's out of the lineup tonight. Ethan Ring, though, has been phenomenal for them. 4 goals in six games, and he has scored in 3 straight.
Yeah, he leads the team in goals. He's second on the team in points, and he scored 3 straight goals. He is fast. He is speedy. He is just an all-around a great guy, and he's a great player. Make sure you keep an eye on Ethan Ring tonight. He is really good. He's going to tire these guys out, and hopefully these guys hopefully can condense him, slow him down, and Ethan Ring doing film on him earlier this week. He looks great, and hopefully we keep him to slow down.
Yeah, indeed. And so Soldano's out of the lineup. Ethan Ring is your impact player to watch for Davenport, Connor Morgan, and Lucas Hutton for CMU. We're running out of time, so we'll do our keys to the game once the puck is down and we're underway here at Martin Ice Arena. Starting lineups, national anthems, and puck drop are coming up next on the other side of this break. You're watching CMU D3 Club Hockey on CCHN.
Welcome back from inside Martin Ice Arena for this contest between Davenport and CMU. Taking a look at our starting goaltenders. In net for the Davenport Panthers, it's going to be the junior Cameron Gripe, who in 3 games gives up about 6.60 goals against average and then has a save percentage of .869. Taking a look at CMU, they're putting in Nick Wilson, the sophomore, who is going to make his season debut tonight.
Yeah, indeed, Nick Wilson making his season debut, though it's not his Chippewa debut.
No, it's not.
He played 1 period last year against Adrian, in which he made 1 save on 2 shots. So hoping to increase that save percentage here tonight. CMU will go left to right across your radio dial wearing those home white uniforms, maroon and gold trim, maroon pants and white socks. Davenport wearing those black uniforms, looking slick with the white band across the middle. White numerals, red pants, and black socks to go along with those red helmets. Connor Morgan's line out there with Nick Kuhn and Jake Bishop to start things out for Central Michigan. Defense will be Bowerson and Clements. The puck is down. We are underway here from Martin Ice Arena. Quick pass ahead. This will go just wide of Grape. We'll play it down into the corner. Loose puck there, scooped out by Kuhn. He'll try to stuff it on goal, and Gripe denied him. Now, Connor Morgan, the leading goal scorer for CMU, dropped it up top for Clements. His long wrist shot sailed high across the way, battled for, pulled off the wall here by Bishop. We'll feed it off the wall down to the end boards. Kuhn pressuring for CMU against Mason Rose. Rose wins it, sends it the length of the ice. Icing waved off as CMU sent it down. And it'll be Clements back in his own end. He coughed it up. Looked out. Ring behind the net. The leading goal scorer for Davenport was worked over, and it will be played out by CMU. Second line out there for the Chippewas. Here's Miller. Cutting up ice. Lost control of the puck. Siraki will take it at center and dump it in. Quick start here for CMU. Already a minute in. They've had most of the zone time, but look out. They give it away. Here's Ring up the right wing. Tried to step around Camara. Sidestepped it check, but he lost the puck, and it'll be scooped up here by Owen Campbell. Little dipsy doodle through center, across that line in a 3-on-3. Tried to toe drag to the middle, lost the puck, got it back along the half wall. Back up top for Gilgren. His shot was blocked momentarily by Temple, and the Panthers will move out.
CMU just coming out of the gate, really aggressive. I like what I've seen so far, staying out of penalty trouble.
Certainly their fastest start they've had this season. Jace Johnson with speed to beat out the icing here. Will scoop up the puck in his own in the offensive corner. Trying to work it free. Coughed it up, and it's back out to center. Pass ahead on right wing for the Panthers, intended for Bomarito, but fell into the Chippewa hands, and Mack will play it now as he intercepted a loose puck at center. Clearing attempt by the Panthers, knocked down by Hop. He gave it right out to Jace Johnson in with a shot. He snapped that one just wide. Rebound down in the corner. Chippewas trying to work it free. Maddox Grimes out there for CMU, making his debut, wearing number 28 for Chris Martin. Grimes has it. Long shot through traffic. Great deflection out in front there by Isaac Gibbs. And it comes back up to the point. Johnson couldn't handle it. Was taken by Bomarito. He'll flop it on in. 2:30 gone in this opening period. We're scoreless from the Marty in game one of this weekend series. Teams split the last series back in the 22-23 campaign. Oh, look at Chippewa goes tumbling into the boards. It's Maddox Grimes. Possibly not used to the board height here at Martin Ice Arena in his first game. Way down in the Chippewa end to our left. Armentrout able to whack this one out. It'll go all the way down the ice. Ryan Grolo's in a race for it. He's going to beat it out. Great play by the Chippewas. Grolo unable to clear it behind the net. Great came way out of his net. Here's a shot from the left point, deflected over top. Johnson knocked it down on the right wing. Grolo centered it out in front to nobody in particular. Stolen away by Jared Kiefer. Clements ahead to Grolo over the line, but he's offside. We'll have a stoppage of play with 16:36 to go, and that gives us some time to look at our keys to the game.
Keys of the game, I put down slow down on offense. When you get that first puck possession, it feels like they're playing at a very fast pace. Got to slow down, especially when you just get the puck. Set up the play, get some momentum going. Stay out of the box early. CMU is playing very good, very aggressive. They're staying out of the box. It's looking very good, although we are 3 minutes into the game. It's looking very good. And just don't let Davenport keep rolling. They're not, and which they are doing right now.
Look out, Morgan in front, and a good save by Gripe. Those were your keys to the game. Now Central Michigan trying to get on the board, and Kuhn's backhand shot was denied. Bowerson kept it alive at the left half wall. Bouncing puck will find its way back up to Bowerson. His shot was blocked by Rose, and it'll be moved out here by Ring. Ahead to Temple. Skips past Bishop. Temple cuts in. Shot saved by Wilson, and the rebound cleared by CMU. So Nick Wilson making his first save of the year, and it's a good one, blocking it away. Panthers will send this down the ice for icing. 4:09 gone in this opening period.
Nick Wilson, taking a look at him at practice, looks very good. This is his first full start of the season, giving Caleb Woolery some rest. Hopefully he'll start tomorrow night back at Davenport. But Nick Wilson, so far, he looks very good, getting his first save of the year.
And we'll see who CMU goes with for the goaltending battle. 4 netminders, all of whom now, except Lauren Jones, have seen playing time. But still got 60 minutes ahead of us here in this one. Sam Camara kept it in at the left point, and we are in a scoreless tie just about 4:30 into this opening period. Miller down on the right wing or left wing corner, centered it to Owen Campbell. Ducks into the right circle. A shot saved by Gripe. Rebound right back onto the blade of Campbell. He finds it loose in the left wing corner, wheels his way up top right point. Gilgren will step in, shot gobbled up there by Gripe, and he holds on with 4:50 gone in this first period.
CMU getting some good shots early. They got to slow it down, get some plays rolling. They got to slow it down a little bit. But other than that, they've gotten some great looks at some great shots.
Indeed, they've controlled the majority of the play here through this first 4 minutes and change. And it's been the best start they've had all year. This rolls in on Gripe, and he holds for a stoppage of play. Once again, we'll have a face-off to his left. But this has really been the first time in this season that CMU's gotten the jump. We saw them get a little bit of a jump against Ferris State on opening night, but it's been almost all CMU here in this one, and I think that goes back to Coach Martin challenging his team before, and at one point, we'll get to that in a moment. Here's a good opportunity there for Jace Johnson. It's cleared back out to center, but he challenged his team this week. He wrote 60-20 up in front of the whiteboard, down to the locker room. 60 shots for, 20 against. If they get any shots above 60, that's how many push-ups that the coaches will have to do. Anything below that, it'll be push-ups for the team. We'll see how that goes, and if that can motivate CMU at all. They've yet to hit 60 shots in this season.
Man, I like that. Giving some motivation to this team. This team really desperately needs some motivation. Chris Martin, since his tenure a few years ago, has been nothing but motivating to this team. I really like what the coaching staff is doing.
Coaching staff, including Marcus Katzer, along with Brennan Martin as the head, and Thomas Rofe, longtime Central Michigan netminder. Spent 6 years in the ACHA. This is chopped ahead. It'll go wide of goal. Panther in on the forecheck is Kiefer. Ooh, Kiefer, or pardon me, it was Ring and Cleveland that took a spill across the way. Bouncing puck comes onto the stick of Julian Johnson, who'll move it up right wing to Ryan Grolo. He's across the line. Nifty move past the defense. Works in, shot saved by Gripe. Rebound is loose and they score! Chris Armentrout makes it 1-0 CMU. A dominant first 5 minutes, capped off by his first of the year.
CMU, a little trickery. I like what I've been seeing. A little toe drag right there, and this was a very impressive goal all around. Just a lot of trickery. They found the puck on the left side when Gripe was getting off guard and able to knock one in. CMU gets their first goal of the game.
CMU, that was their 6th shot of the contest. And coming 6 minutes in, now look out, Panthers have numbers the other way. A shot saved by Wilson, rebound popped high in the air. It's loose in the slot, batted in, and it's played with a high stick by Davenport, and it's whistled dead. A near thing there for CMU, but they escape unscathed.
Yeah, that high stick will not send anyone to the box, just a normal high stick, but man, I cannot get over that goal. A nice little toe drag, little dipsy-do, but one thing I forgot to bring up, Jake Bishop has looked very aggressive so far in this game. If you saw on Davenport's side, getting some nice hits through and through. I like what I've seen aggressively.
It's a dirty goal for CMU. This is deflected up and out of play off the Clement shot in the top of the right circle, but for CMU, that's only the second time this season they've scored the opening tally, and in that game, that was opening night. They ended up falling to Ferris State 3-2 at Ava Glaven. So Central Michigan trying to maybe change the tide, as we've kind of talked about throughout the start of this broadcast, Ryan. This is a game for CMU that you can change a lot of bad habits. You can get back on the right foot after struggling very, very mightily through the opening 6 games.
And if you want to change that culture, if you want to change all your mistakes, Davenport is the team to go against.
And even so, back in the 1920 campaign, CMU snapped or got their second win of the year after a 1-5 start against Davenport, beating them 11-0 just to open that weekend series. So maybe hoping for a little bit deja vu. Here's Nick Kuhn in the offensive end for CMU, trying to backhand a shot on goal. He'll go into the corner where Connor Morgan couldn't play it ahead. He hammers his man in the corner. Kuhn taken to the boards there by Mangold. Chopped up the wall. Played here by Bowerson. He'll chop it into the corner and go get it himself, but he fed it out in front to nobody in particular, and it'll be Bomarito to play it ahead. On the right wing, taken in by Kiefer. He coughed it up. And Bishop will feed it ahead to Campbell. Across that line with speed. Dangling to the outside. Siraki's one-time bid. It goes up and out of play. Good opportunity there for Siraki. Northville product. Haven't seen a ton of him on the score sheet this season. Only 1 assist, but he's gotten a lot more playing time, and he's looked all the better for it this season.
Yeah, and Coach Martin wants to let the kids play, and he's given a lot of these younger guys more opportunities to get out on the ice.
Face-off won by Central Michigan. They've dominated in the face-off circle up to this point. Campbell wheeling and dealing. He'll work to the high slot. At the right point, he'll curve down into the circle. Had it poked off his stick by Osborne. Got it down to Siraki. Osborne, though, intercepted that pass. He got worked over, though, and it'll be Miller in the corner now. Just under 8 minutes gone in this first period. Miller getting tangled up with a Panther in the corner. No hard feelings. And he'll get back into the play. It's loose in the slot, scooped up by the Panthers, and they'll try to move out here. Long stretch pass ahead to nobody in particular. And it'll be Reitzel who will fire this in. Back out at center. If the Chippewas able to get it out, Ring will play it back. 11:44 remaining in this opening period. CMU up 1-0 off of Armin Trout's first of the campaign. Only his 4th ACHA goal. Picked up 3 in 2 seasons with the Division II squad before moving down to the D3 team a year ago. Central Michigan, the offensive end, fed it in front. It'll loose on grab. Isaac Gibbs, his shot was blocked in front. Rebound, Trace Johnson was denied. A hectic scene there in front of the Davenport net. A bit of confusion. CMU, though, unable to capitalize. Hutton flops this in on goal, denied by Greep. Once again from the left half wall. It's up top for Hop. His shot was denied again. CMU pouring on the pressure here, forcing Davenport to make mistakes. Shots 9-2 unofficially. CMU, again, dominating the opening half of this first period, which is something we haven't seen. Usually it's been the other way around. CMU, though, pouring on the pressure. Hutton around the outside of the cage, tried to dish it back up top, gets hammered into the boards there by the Panthers' Mangold. And out will come Thomas Neer. A bit of an interesting story is Thomas Neer. Started for Davenport his first 2 seasons as a netminder, then transitioned to a forward. In the last 2 years, he's played 28 games, picked up 4 points and 44 penalty minutes. He leads the charge here for Davenport in the offensive end, but Hop's able to pick up that puck and will try to break out. Knocked down at the line, though. Sent in behind Wilson. We're over halfway through this opening period. Reagan Cleaves, Ryan Donnelly with you. So happy that you have chosen to spend your night with us. This will be flung out by Grimes. Ahead on right wing to Armentrout. Puts on the brakes. Pressured here by Hagen. And it'll be flipped back to the Central Michigan line. On a back and forth to the neutral zone here. Johnson unable to poke that puck and get it deep. Now Hagen pulls it free from the scrum. Will in the red line dump it right in on Wilson, and they'll look to hold on to it for a stoppage of play. 9:23 remaining in the opening period.
And CMU out the gate, it's like you mentioned earlier, it is all CMU. Showing off, just pushing guys through the boards. It's been very impressive to see.
Draw to the left. of Wilson, won by Central Michigan, and Ryan Grollo tried to get through his man at center, and it's Mangold to knock it away, though. He dumps it right in on goal. Kyle Bowerson will play that back in his own end. To the near corner for Clements. He'll fire it across to Bowerson. Bowerson starts the charge for CMU. 11 minutes gone in this opening period. And a 1-0 game. Johnson behind the cage, picks it up for CMU, tried to center it out in front for Grollo, but it was knocked away by Ring, and the Panther leading scorer will move up right wing. Product of Mona Shores will try to get a shot on it, was blocked, and away comes Clements. Will move up left wing, across that line with Grollo. Dangles, lost the puck, will go behind the net, crunched to the boards, picked up here by Reitzel. He lost it, Morgan kept it in at the point. Will work down the half wall, pressured here by Hagen. He'll pull it free, put it down to Kuhn. Kuhn centered it out in front, couldn't connect with Grollo. Gilgren tried to block it and play the angle, but it was chipped by him and down the ice. Sam Camaro will play it behind his own net with 8:12 remaining in the opening period. Pass ahead for Jake Bishop, just too hard for him, and it'll go down the ice for icing. So another defensive zone draw for CMU. Haven't seen too many of those, but good news is they're dominating in the faceoff circle.
That's very good. We don't have a percentage of faceoff wins right now, but man, they're dominating the faceoff. They're dominating everything. The one flaw I have so far is they're trying to be a little too fancy. You see them trying to do a lot of toe drags, tic-tac-toes. You got to start showing a little bit more, as here's a little breakaway.
There's an 50 feet ahead to Kuhn. Backs into the right circle. A shot that was deflected off the defensive stick of Rose and went wide. That faceoff one of the defensive end made it 10 for 10. A perfect start in the faceoff circle for CMU tonight, and it's helped them gain a 1-0 lead and a hefty advantage in the shots.
100% from the faceoff circle. Haven't really seen that at all from this year. Everything's looking like it's CMU's way.
Everything's going the Chippewas' way right now. 1-0 on the scoreboard, 10-0 in the faceoff circle, and 10-3 now. The shots on goal. Maddox Grimes back at that's McCray back at his own end. Will flip it down into the Davenport end. Back out at center after it was cleared, and it'll be chopped back in for Osborne. He'll flip it ahead, intercepted by Owen Campbell. Turn on the Jets. He's got a 2-on-1 with Siraki. Good poke check, though, there by Mason Rose to knock it away from Campbell. And that'll force CMU to regroup here. Miller, ahead on right wing, tried to center it to Campbell, but it'll be collected by Mack. Siraki batted it down out of the air, and it's going to be offside. Siraki unable to keep it in. 6:44 remain in the opening period.
Yeah, it's CMU. They've had some really good scoring chances so far. You saw that Owen Campbell breakaway. Nothing really happened. Davenport's been looking really good on the poke check so far. Davenport trying to stay in it.
It's times like those where you'd like to see possibly another Chippewa come up with Campbell and give him the opportunity to maybe find a pass instead of just trying to go on it alone. Here's a hammer shot from the point by McCray that whistled wide. Hutton kept it alive at the point. Down low to Hop, left corner, dropped it back off. A shot by Johnson, sailed wide, and I believe Gripe got a piece of it. Gibbs, his shot, blocked, rebound, back to the neutral zone. Hutton will chip it on ahead for Hop. Hop caught the Panthers in a line change. He's got it left circle. A shot saved by Gripe, and he holds on with 6:04 to go.
Grape has looked very good for Davenport despite giving up that goal towards the beginning of the first period. So far, both goalies have looked phenomenal. Wilson saving 11 for 11, while Gripe giving up that one goal. He still looked flawless out there.
Gripe's only blemish right now, that lone goal by Armin Trout, which was a scramble in front. Clements has it right point for CMU. He'll feed it down low, intercepted though by Osborne. Nifty defensive play. We'll say as much as Central Michigan has dominated the action in this opening period, Davenport has done such a good job of getting bodies and sticks in the passing lanes and hasn't really allowed Central Michigan to connect on much. Now here's Armentrout dangling in. A shot was sent wide. Pressure coming from Hagen. Davenport unable to clear, kept in by Grollo. Will step down, a shot that was blocked. It'll go to the half wall. Julian Johnson in pursuit. He couldn't win it ahead. Bowerson couldn't keep it in at the line, but he sends it in nonetheless. And the Chippewas will go off for changes. 5:12 remaining in the opening period. Stay with us for the first intermission report. Ryan Donnelly will take a look at the Chippewa scoreboard, as well as recap the opening 20 minutes. Loose puck on the right wing, half wall. Reed has it, tried to chop it down low off of Camara. It's kept in at the point. Here's a shot that was blocked. It'll go behind the net as a result. Bishop tapped it on ahead. Here's Connor Morgan, the leading scorer for CMU. Steps over the line into the right wing circle. Circles around behind the net looking for a pass. It was cut off, though, by Hagen. And the Panther freshman will hold. Out on right wing, too far for its intended target, and will Reed. And so Central Michigan will play back in their own end. Pass ahead to Bishop, just too far for him. Slapped back in. Reed, well offside. I don't think he realizes it yet. Now he does, and he'll take a skate back out to neutral ice. 4:14 to go. Meanwhile, Josh Gilgren sends this length of the ice, and going for a change will be stopped by the referee as that's an icing on CMU.
I think I'm going to add one more key to this game, which is stay alert. There's been times during this game, for example, Isaac Hopp, where the puck was right to him, and he just realized the puck was right to him, and then he makes the play. You got to stay alert at all times. Keep your eye on not only your guy, but on the puck as well. You got to make sure once you see that puck, go. Make a scoring chance. As we're going to see up here right now.
Look out, here comes Jake Bishop down the left wing. Cuts in with a shot and a save by Gripe. Again, Gripe standing tall with exactly 16 minutes to go, and this is exactly what we saw 2 years ago against Davenport. Cameron Gripe stood very tall in net for Davenport, and that helped them to that 3-1 win.
Yeah, Cameron Grimes has looked very good his entire career here at Davenport as the ref is looking to fix the bearings on the net. But like you said, Cameron Grimes has been in Davenport for a long time, and he's one of those 6 upperclassmen that you mentioned in the pregame show that's been here, and he's had veteran presence. He's helped this team out when they were at their lowest.
Steps free, a centering feed intended for Campbell, and it'll be cleared back up top. Here's McRae, his shot blocked, rebound, what a save by Gripe! It's kept into the point. McRae, his shot will flop in on net, and Cameron Gripe sticking out the goal paddle and keeping it a 1-0 game.
Grimes standing tall in net. The one thing that goalie should never do is stay outside their crease. He stayed in that crease. He looked like a giant in net. Wow. Holy cow, what a save.
It's incredible, reaching back that paddle and making the save on a wide-open backdoor opportunity. It remains 1-0 here, 3:30 to go in this opening frame. Davenport trying to get out of their own zone. Whirling dervish work here by Isaac Gibbs. Tried to flip it out in front. It was knocked down. Back in the corner, big reverse hit there on Justin Mack. Gibbs took him down, and it'll be Osborne to take the puck away for Davenport. Up the right wing. It'll be bouncing in the Central Michigan end. McRae will move it up. Isaac Hopp on the pursuit for CMU. It comes back out to center where it'll be McRae to play it. In his first game in a maroon and gold uniform, he'll backhand this into the offensive end. The sophomore out of Riverview, Cabrini. Spent a couple of years there. Played with Jace Johnson. He's forward out there right now for CMU. It'll be wrapped around to the near side. 2:33 to go in the opening frame. Osborne ahead. His pass intercepted. Gibbs dangling in. Fired it just wide. Isaac Hopp trying to dig after it in the corner. Chases Osborne and will pin him to the half boards across the way. Osborne will dig it free. Dump at the length of the ice with 2:18 remaining in the first period. Icing waved off as Wilson came out of his net to play it. Long stretch pass ahead. This will go for icing against CMU, despite the fact that it looked like Mangold could have played that at center. Either way, it's whistle dead. 2:09 remaining in the opening period.
Man, CMU's been looking really good on the shot opportunities. Just as you saw, Isaac Gibb, he stayed alert. He made sure he got out there and try and notch in a goal, but these shots will not fall, and it's due to really good goaltending.
And that's the latest of a couple of mistakes that Davenport has made that has led to some Chippewa opportunities. Gripe, though, has stood tall on all of them. Here's Armentrout. Has the lone goal in the game thus far. Under 2 minutes to play. In the first period, a centering feed. Grollo fanned on it. And away comes Temple. Full steam up the right wing. Dangle to the outside. Pull up a shot over top the goal. Rebound. Centered out in front by Reed. Hagen, top of the right circle. His shot blocked. And the rebound back into the corner. Shoveled out to the point. Couldn't be kept in by Hagen. Great pressure here from Chris Armentrout as he goes into the offensive end, but it couldn't be kept in by Julian Johnson, and we've got an offside on CMU.
And they've stayed disciplined all game while staying fairly aggressive. This game has been all CMU. Scoring chances, defensively, just aggressiveness. We're going to bring that up in the intermission report. Myself will bring that to you, but man, I'm very impressed on how CMU has looked.
Shots on goal right now, 15-3. Davenport, a couple of minutes ago, got their first face-off win of the contest. CMU now leads that category 14-1. Derek Steele, our resident statistician for the evening.
Welcome back, Derek.
Good to have Derek back in the booth with us. Under a minute, or just about a minute to go. Here's Jake Bishop up the left wing for CMU. Buttonhooks tried to find Kuhn out in front, too far for the freshman. Instead, Davenport clears at the point, kept in by Clements, deflected in front, just narrowly wide there by Morgan. They'll go to the corner. Backhanded up the wall, Clements pinching down really deep from his defensive position. He pulls it free from the corner, centered it out for Morgan, a shot deflected wide. Once again, past Gripe. Now Bowerson kicked it and kept it alive. Look out, Osborne's got speed, but good use of the body there to disrupt that momentum. Now a feed across. This is chopped in. Clements kept it alive, and Bowerson up the right wing. Bouncing puck on his pass ahead will be controlled at center by Jake Bishop. 24 seconds to go in the opening period. That has been dominated by CMU in almost every conceivable category. Look at the pressure here by Owen Campbell, digging it free in the corner. Gilgrit will play it off the half wall, turned over, and it'll be pushed back to center ice with under 5 to go. Siraki couldn't handle it, flipped back to the Chippewa line, and that'll do it for the opening period. Dominated by the maroon and gold. Final shots 15-3 unofficially in that first period. You couldn't ask for a better start.
Oh, absolutely. We'll talk about it in the intermission report, but shots on goal, CMU has been dominating, and this has been all CMU in this first period. We have not seen this at all during any of the first 6 games of this year. Hopefully they keep it up like this the entire game.
Yeah, good defense played in front of Nick Wilson. You see him going off the ice with Caleb Woolery, the normal starter for Central Michigan. He'll get a bit of rest, though he probably doesn't need it with only 3 shots on goal. 1-0 the score after 20 minutes. We'll be back with the first intermission report here on CCHN.
When we're back here inside the Martin Ice Arena broadcast booth, Ryan Donnelly here to give you your first intermission report. The first period score is going to be 1-0 CMU. Unofficial shots on goal, CMU 15, Davenport 3. Let's talk about it. Man, this has been all CMU so far. It's 15 shots on goal, like we mentioned, 60-20, 60 shots on goal compared to the others 20. We just look amazing right now. On the back check, on the goalies, Nick Wilson, perfect 12 for 12. Who's 3 for 3, perfect. He's looked phenomenal so far for CMU in his season debut. Just got to make sure, you got to stay aware of the puck. Like Isaac Hopp, he needs to stay aggressive when it comes to looking at the puck. There's many scoring opportunities where you can see the puck and then you just got to go. You got to run with the puck. CMU has a lot of scoring opportunities, but it's been Grimes in net for Davenport, who's just looked very good. Despite the one goal given up towards the beginning of the first period, he has looked solid for Davenport. For the first time this season, we can officially say everything is going CMU's way. Hopefully we keep out of it. 0 penalties on both sides of the ice, and hopefully we see that in the second and third period. Now, taking a look at our Chippewa scoreboard, M2 tonight will be playing at Barry's Ice, the Barry Event Center at Marquette, Michigan in the UP. John Gervasi will have the call at 10 p.m. tonight, and then tomorrow at 9 p.m. we'll be here on CCHN. On the women's 2 side of things, myself and our producer Parker Morrison will have the calls for you tomorrow night and Sunday afternoon. Tomorrow night at Martin Ice Arena, and then 1 p.m. at Arrington Ice Arena in Adrian, Michigan. Taking a look at the field hockey, they had Kent State today. We do not have a score for you right now, but hopefully we could update you as soon as we can. Volleyball tonight was playing NIU at 6 p.m. They're coming off a sweep last night against the Western Michigan Broncos. They got 3 straight sets, 3 straight wins. They got their win yesterday. Soccer takes on Bowling Green. We do not have a score for you right now. Football plays Eastern tomorrow at Ypsilanti, Michigan. Their first road game in about a month. Hopefully CMU gets the win at Eastern Michigan. And cross country is going to be having pre-nationals against Madison, Wisconsin. We just got a score. We got a score from the field hockey game, 7-3. It's going to be 7-3 Kent State. Kent State, CMU, thanks to our producer, he's a man of many hats tonight, Derek Steele, 7-3 Kent State. That's going to do it for the first intermission report. We'll be back. Reagan Cleaves and myself will be back in about 10 minutes or so. So stick with us. You're watching Men's 3 Division 3 Club Hockey here on the CMU Club Hockey Network.
here inside Martin Ice Arena. 1-0 CMU leads after 20 minutes, and they're looking with that top line out again, trying to get things started after an utterly dominant opening frame. And for the first time in quite some time, Davenport wins that face-off and start to get some pressure in on CMU, but quickly turn it over, and CMU has it in the offensive end. Spetaron shot from the right point, deflected back down behind the net. Kuhn and Morgan. Kuhn picks it up, dropped it off for Bishop in the middle. Bishop got it back along the corner boards. Up top for Bowerson, slides it across right point. Here's Clements, his shot blocked, rebound. Bishop sent it in front, loose in front. Gripe made the save. It comes back up top, slapped down back into the corner. Bishop trying to work it free. Centered it to nobody in particular. Kiefer at the point, able to get it out. He's on right wing. He's got numbers for Davenport. He cuts in, shot, just snapped that one wide. Here's a shot deflected right on goal. Save made there by Wilson. It's free along the half wall. Kiefer picked it up. He's got it, centering it out in front. Couldn't connect there with Ring, and it bounces back down to terra firma onto the stick of Connor Morgan. Pass ahead by Clements, and it's a hand pass against Davenport here with 18:51 to go in period 2.
I like what I've seen defensively all game from Jace Johnson. You saw that little poke check, he did trying to get that shot on goal. He's looked very good defensively. Same with everybody else, but man, Jace Johnson has looked very good in the poke check today.
Indeed. Johnson has done quite well, as he has all season in that category, one of the top contributors to the Central Michigan offense. Compiling 3 goals on the year to bring his career total to 5. And he played 16 games, missed the majority of the first semester a year ago, but he certainly made a splash since he joined the roster. Now Davenport on the attack, shot goes wide. It'll come back down into the corner where Siraki will battle along the half boards. Kicked free, out to center, and Davenport will regroup. Pitchforked in by Mangold, cut off here by Campbell. He'll step down the wing, dropped it back to Siraki. He steps in, shot save, Gripe, rebound back to Siraki. Up to the left point, Camara off the boards, back down to Siraki along the half wall. Tried to center it. Panthers hurt. Here's Siraki, steps in, shot save, Gripe, and it's held on to. Couldn't tell. I think it was Mason Rose who blocked that shot. Goes off the hand. He's favoring that right hand as he goes to the bench. We'll keep an eye on him the rest of the way. 18:05 to go in period 2.
Yeah, let's see what happens here in the face-off. CMU has looked dominant in the face-off.
Isaac Gibbs to dig in. The left wing circle. He wins it ahead, but right onto the stick of Hagen. Hagen will flip it on ahead. Loose puck, knocked down by Whitley. Out at center, Jace Johnson couldn't control. Mack overskated it, and Whitley will feed it across ice. Intercepted by McCray. Panthers into the offensive end, onside. Osborne dropped it back to nobody in particular, and the blind pass was intercepted. Ahead to Isaac Hopp, bouncing puck in the neutral zone. Shot to the near corner. Isaac Gibbs pulls it free down the left wall. We'll go to the corner. Chase after the loose puck, knocked away from him. Hutton along the left half boards, fed it down around behind the net. Jace Johnson with Osborne in the corner. Gibbs up to the right point. Here's McCray, shot through traffic and gobbled up by Greep. 17:19 to go in period 2.
Christopher Martin once again getting a good look at the shot. All game CMU has looked good on the shot. Just that big wall and Gripe, he's looked phenomenal in net for Davenport.
2:41 gone in the second period. Draw once again in the Davenport end, won by CMU. Isaac Gibbs will chase this into the corner, centered it out in front off the skate of Gripe. It's loose in the slot. It'll be taken by Isaac Gibbs to the near side. He'll spin around, a shot, save Gripe, paddled it to the corner, and it'll be chopped out here by Davenport. Hutton chipped it on ahead. Isaac Gibbs through traffic. He picks it up, steps in, shot, save Gripe. Rebound is loose along the left side. It was knocked behind the net once again. Johnson has it. Tried to feed it back up top for Bowerson. Didn't have enough mustard on it, and away comes Jared Kiefer. Up the left wing, cutting and dangling to the outside. Protects the puck, goes behind the net. He's got it now in the corner. Feeds it up top. Osborne winds it around the boards. Across the way. Kept alive by Hagen. Trying to shove it down deep. Loose puck corralled by Reitzel. Reitzel behind the net for Kiefer. Kiefer trying to work it free. Pressured by multiple Chippewas before Gibbs takes it and flings it down the ice. Look at Chase Johnson turning on the Jets, but he's not going to win the race. Just a little bit too far behind Hagen, but great effort there from Jace Johnson.
And speed is the name of the game in the great sport of hockey, and you saw Jace Johnson being very aggressive, running towards the puck. He has looked very good so far in this period, not only because of his speed, but his poke check as well.
Playback underway. Osborne shot deflected by Wilson. Up off the glass, and it'll settle down in the corner. Poked free, Ring has it up top. Osborne, his slap shot almost broke his stick, and now the feed ahead to Jace Johnson, caught up in his skates. And it'll be slapped on ahead after it was sent back to the Chippewa line. Ryan Grollo offside. We'll have to wheel out and regroup. 15:49 remaining in this second period. Hagen trying to cross that line. Ring send it ahead on left wing, centering feed. Here's a shot, great save by Wilson. It goes up and out of play, denying a point-blank opportunity in front by Duncan Hagen.
You saw that Davenport has moved the puck very well so far in that possession, but luckily Wilson, showing the giant that he is in net, man, after Davenport's throwing off trickery after trickery, he's able to save it. Still 1-0.
Shots on goal right now, 22-6. Central Michigan struggling to get the heavy shot advantage they had in the first period. Now Julian Johnston rubbed off the puck by Mack, but he still maintains control. He protects the puck to the outside, dangles to the slot, to the backhand shot, save, rebound is loose, and it's covered by Gripe. Not often you get that much of an insight, Ryan.
Not really.
The referee saying, hey, he had it under his glove. You guys pulled it free. That's why I blew the whistle.
Yeah, I mean, you don't really see that a lot. I think that's like probably one of the first times I've ever seen that. But
it's the benefit of having ice mics.
Oh, yeah. That's
a lot
great.
goes on down there that we don't know about.
Oh, no. Especially some words that shouldn't even be said.
Yeah, I was going to say, half of it we can't.
We can't even say.
We can't broadcast. 4.5 gone in this middle frame. CMU in the offensive end after that face-off win. They battle forward along the end boards. Pulled free by Connor Morgan. Bouncing puck loose out in front of Gripe. Morgan couldn't find it. His backhand shot blocked. Rebound is cleared down the ice by the Panthers. This will go for icing.
One thing that I've noticed a lot in this period, backhand shot after backhand shot after backhand shot. Especially on that last possession. You saw that you had so many opportunities to shoot the puck, but they always go for that backhand. Make sure they try that wrist shot or that slap shot.
That push-up challenge possibly influencing the shot decisions.
I like it.
For every push-up, or for every shot above 60, says Coach Brennan Martin, Chippewas will have the coaches do push-ups. Any shots underneath 60, that's how many push-ups CMU, the players, will have to do.
And how many shots does CMU have now?
At the moment, roughly, I don't know, Derek, how many? 24.
24, so they're almost
Still on
halfway
pace.
there.
Look out, Osborne, though, down the right wing, centered it out in front. Loose puck comes back to the point. Hagen dangling down the wall, dropped it off. Here's a shot through traffic, save Wilson, and the rebound cleared up to the point. Kept alive, though. Hagen's shot knocked down by Morgan in front. He's got it, and he'll flip it out to center. Look out, Nick Kuhn's going to turn on the Jets. He and Gripe comes out of his net, clear to the point. Morgan kept it in. Working down the right wing half wall, rubbed off the puck, and the loose puck will be controlled by the Panthers. They're moving left to right in the second period. Black uniforms with red and white trim. I'll flop it down across the way. Lucas Hutton will play it on ahead. Long stretch pass for Owen Campbell over the line. Working it on goal. Save by Gripe. And the rebound is cleared back up to the point. Hutton stuck out his skate to keep it in. Knocked it over to Siraki. Siraki's pass too hard for Miller, and it'll go into the corner. Miller rammed his man into the boards. Loose puck picked up by the Panthers. Justin Mack will move up through center. His pass ahead. Just too far. Hutton will go in with Mack. Big Hit there by Mack in the corner. Bodies tumbling. Away comes Siraki with the puck for CMU. Up the right wing. Whole cut into the zone. Drop it back for Campbell. He's got it in front. Puts on the brakes. A shot. They score! Owen Campbell puts on a dandy of a show. It's 2-0.
Owen Campbell taking us to a square dance lesson. He's shown all season how crafty his game is. You saw that toe tap earlier in the game, but unable to connect. He is so elusive when it comes to the puck, and you saw that right there, able to get a scoring opportunity, not on the backhand. It's going to be a 2-0 game, CMU.
A little bit of do-si-do and a thank you. And they score again! This time it's Jace Johnson make it 3-0.
There you go. Jace Johnson, who's been killing it this period. This is what I said, Reagan. Those backhand shots are not going to work. It's those front shots. It's those slap shots. It's those wrist shots. That's how you score goals. And CMU finally figured it out. Look what happened. 2 goals in like 3 seconds. This is going all CMU's way.
Make it 7 seconds, 6:33 and 6:40. CMU, just like that, has extended their lead to 3 goals, and they're right back in. Hop back in the corner, and that was a shot that from the left wing circle that Gripe just didn't see cleanly, and it went underneath his blocker and into the back of the net. He must have had an odd angle on it. Now Isaac Gibbs in the offensive end, circling a shot that was snapped just wide. Now a centering feed cut off by Whitley, and it'll be sent out to center ice by the Panthers. Time to take a breath for everybody. 2 goals in 7 seconds. Now look out, Isaac Gibbs intercepts this. No rest for the weary. A centering feed for a hop, and he tried to feed it back to Gibbs, but it was cut off by Hagen. Back out at center. Kiefer poked it past Hutton. Toe drag to the slot, cut off. And the Chippewas will regroup. Hagen slaps this one on. Wilson will direct it behind the goal. Hutton will steam up the left wing here for CMU. Getting past Rose. He'll cut in with a shot. Oh, he sent that off the side of the net. Tickled the twine, but the wrong side of it. Here's Bowerson. His shot was blocked by Hagen. Rebound behind the net. Hagen trying to rim it off the high glass, and that somehow ended up on the spectator side of the glass.
You don't really see that anytime soon, but man, let's talk about it. 2 goals in 7 seconds. Jace Johnson, who's been killing it this overall game. Man, his poke check, his defense, and just notching one in. I'm impressed, to say the least, from the CMU Chippewas team. 0 penalties so far by either team, too. Don't forget about that.
It's been a clean game so far. Neither power play been tested. Here's a shot by Clements, high over top the goal. Guolo fed it out in front. Armentrout falling down. His shot was blocked, but the loose puck corralled into the corner. Rose backhanded across the way. Clements kept it alive at the half wall. Johnson up the right point. His shot through traffic deflected in front by Armentrout. Loose puck at the side of the net will be covered by Gripe. With 11:33 to go here in period 2.
So we have a line change coming out. Given these guys that scored, that was in that line of 2 goals in 7 seconds, a break, those guys deserve a break.
11:33 to go in period 2. 3-0 CMU the lead. And 3 has been the theme of the day for Chippewa Athletics. Bowerson's shot blocked away by Gripe. Rebound fed back out in front. Loose puck poked wide by Morgan. Once again behind the net, Hagen comes up with it. And the Panthers will try and move it out. Kept alive by Siraki. Fed it down the wall for Morgan. Dangling from a sharp angle. His shot was blocked by Osborne. And Osborne has it. Crunched to the boards in the corner. Kuhn picking it up for CMU. He was knocked off the puck. Morgan has it. Left circle. Tried to feed it down low for Kuhn. It's loose in the slot. And it'll roll in on Gripe. And he'll hold with 11:07 remaining in the second. As we were mentioning, 3 seems to be the theme in Chippewa Athletics. Volleyball for the second consecutive match, winning in straight sets. Beat Western on Thursday 3-0 in straight sets, and then repeated the feat today against Northern Illinois. So good 2-0 streak for them in MAC play, and Unfortunately, the 3 wasn't enough for field hockey as they lost 7-3 to Kent State. These Chippewas, though, not done yet, trying to add on some more before we get done, though. Davenport trying to get on the board themselves. Temple dangling into the zone, lost the puck, and it'll be played in the corner by Bowerson. Cleared it up to the point. Rose slapped it on goal. It comes back to the point. Rose will chip it down low behind the net. It'll be played into the corner for Temple. Temple coughed it up. Jace Johnson picked up the loose puck and chipped it up the wing, but sent right back in, and it's played with a high stick by CMU. With 10:32 remaining in the second period, shots right now 29-7 for the Chippewas. They're right on pace for that 60.
We're about to hit the halfway mark if CMU can get one more shot in this possession right here.
Problem is they've got to defend right now off that defensive zone faceoff, trying to start the breakout. Here's Isaac Hopp on right wing, trying to move out for the Chippewas. Pass on ahead, connected with Jace Johnson, dangling into the left wing corner. His shot, and they score! A knuckleball from Jace. It's 4-0.
Jace Johnson, the MVP of this period. Not only notched his second goal in the period, but that is now the 30th shot on goal by the CMU Chippewas. That means they are halfway to getting their coaches to do push-ups. Man, Jace Johnson has been the MVP in this quarter, along with Owen Campbell, who's been showing his craftiness and his just pace of play. I love what I've seen so far. 3 goals in the second period by the CMU Chippewas.
Play back underway. Isaac Gibbs moving up the left wing for CMU, cuts in with a shot, and Gripe able to hold on. And boy, that's been a tough last couple of goals for Gripe, including both the Jace Johnson goals back to back.
Yeah, man. If you're Gripe right now, you must be punching yourself in the head. He hasn't been giving up these kind of goals at all in this game. CMU has found his weaknesses, which is those holes at the top corners of the net.
Another save by Gripe there, and you could say that Coach Phil Wendecker may have something to gripe about his goaltending. And we're halfway through the second period. Davenport, look out. They've got numbers in a 3-on-1. Their best chance of the night. Amarito centering it out in front, cut off. Kept alive at the point. Here's a shot blocked there by Wilson. Sent on ahead by CMU. It comes back out to center where Hagan will backhand it in. Gilgren will feed it across to the near side for Camara. No look chip up the boards to Gibbs, ahead to Grollo. Dropped it back for Miller. His shot was blocked. Came to the point, kept in by Hutton fresh off the bench. Sent around to the near boards. Davenport trying to work it on ahead. They couldn't do it. Hagan in the corner up to Reed on the half wall. 9:20 remaining in the second period. Feed on ahead through Mack and Camara, but they'll battle back at the Chippewa blue line before Camara worked it across the way. Feed ahead, down the ice. Icing waved off. Gripe coming out of his net to play it. Up ahead at center, Whitley. Over the line, his shot was blocked. It'll come to the far side. Near, put it down deep. Centering feed. Osborne at the point. Spin around shot through traffic, and now Armentrout down in a heap at center. May have gotten a stick up high from Osborne. Osborne's off. Armentrout back on his feet. Good to see him get up. And Davenport will have to control behind their own net. Great forecheck here from CMU. Centering feed. Morgan out in front. Bouncing puck sent wide. Cleared up the wing. Just past Jalen McCray. This will go down the ice. Again, icing waved off. The netminders fairly active in this game. Negating a couple of icings. Choosing to come out of their zone. And now icing is waved off this time for some reason. Wilson stayed in his crease. Icing was still waved off. Now Morgan up ahead on left wing for the Chippewas. Will take it at center and backhand it in. 7:55 to go here in period 2. Reagan Cleaves, Ryan Donnelly on the call for you. And now a penalty coming up here on the Panthers. Morgan steps in, shot blocked, and it'll be controlled by the It'll be controlled by the culprit for Davenport. He's yapping away at the referees. And nonetheless, Mangold's going to go to the box for a hold and put Central Michigan on their first power play of the evening.
And right by now, CMU would be racking up a lot of penalties, but this is the first penalty of the game for either team. CMU has looked phenomenal on the power play so far this year, and the way that they've been looking this period, I'd expect a lot of scoring opportunities, especially because of Davenport being shorthanded for the next 2 minutes.
Central Michigan overall on the power play, 5 goals on 23 attempts. However, at home, they're only 1 for 10. Looking to improve those numbers here. They're already 10 seconds gone. They coughed the puck in the offensive end, and it's lifted down the ice. 15 seconds gone in the power play. In their last game against Michigan State, only had 1 opportunity, went 0 for 1 on that, but they're 2 for their last 4 on the year. Hutton working along the half wall for CMU, down into the corner for Siraki. Rubbed up against the boards by Hagen. Morgan coming in to help. It's worked back up top for Hutton. He'll walk the line to the near side, Gibbs. He'll try to feed it down low to Morgan in the slot, but it was knocked away and cleared down the ice with 1 minute and 13 remaining in the power play. We saw this kind of same thing happen back at Michigan State, where Central Michigan gets that first power play opportunity, and they can't really do anything once they're pushed out of the zone. They're trying to reestablish themselves in the offensive end, and that's been a struggle for them thus far, not only in this power play but also on the year. Isaac Gibbs will rim it around the outside of the zone. Campbell along the half boards, hammered into the boards, kept up top by Hutton. Hutton working down the wall, centering feed, back out in front. Isaac Gibbs, shot, save, rebound, he scores! It's a power play tally for Isaac Gibbs. Denied once, denied twice, but not a third time. It's 5-0.
CMU notching their 4th goal here in this period. Their first power play goal at home of the year. And man, they caught Gripe out of his crease, and Isaac Gibbs able to notch one in. Wow. It's all CMU, like we've said all game. It's all CMU.
This has followed the pattern of the last couple of games here at Martin Ice Arena for the Chippewas in this series. A little bit of a slow start, but then it's all Chippewas from there on out. 5-0 lead with just under 6 to go in this second period. This last goal, a power play tally by Isaac Gibbs. The Chippewas' second power play goal on home ice this year. They're now 2 for 11 on the season. Loose puck back up to the point. Bowerson tried to push it down low, deflected to the far corner, and it'll be moved out by Whitley. He fed it a rink-wide feed, nobody in particular. And now a clearing attempt off the referee, and it'll be Ryan Grollo to pick it up. Here's Bowerson up the right wing to the outside of the zone. A shot saved by Gray. Rebound is loose in the left wing circle. Picked up here by Kiefer. Kiefer will motor on ahead in a 2-on-2. Crossing to the left side. His shot saved. Wilson. Rebound loose in front. Blocker save again by the sophomore netminder. Loose puck comes onto the stick of Jace Johnson with light speed up the left wing. Working to the outside. Centering it out in front. Clemens couldn't find it. And it goes back into the corner with under 5 to play in the second. Isaac Gibbs back at his own line. We'll feed it across for Camara. Back to the near side for Isaac Gibbs. He's got speed up the left wing. The Novi native will dump it in. Loose behind the net. Panthers plate to the near corner. Battle for it along the half wall. Picked free by Hagen. His lead pass ahead to Reitzel. Knocked away from him, and now Jace Johnson has the stick knocked out of his hands. And they battle for it at the point. Gibbs pulled it free from the scrum and flipped it around the zone. In the right wing corner, it's picked up by Hobb. Hill dangling, shot saved by Gripe. Rebound, they score! Jace Johnson on the doorstep. He's got the hat trick. It's 6-0.
It's a goal party here at Martin Ice Arena, and everyone is invited. Jace Johnson is hosting. He has 3 in this period. Wow, I can't believe this. 6-0, their 5th of the period. Jace Johnson has looked phenomenal for CMU in this period and showing off his aggressiveness, showing off his speed. Everybody looks great.
We talked about how this could be a turning point game for CMU. Chippewas are offside for a stoppage of play for 11 remaining in the period. Recap this flurry. It was at 6:33 when Owen Campbell made it a 2-0 game before just 7 seconds later, Jace Johnson got his first. He then tacked on his second at 9:47. 13:43. Gibbs got the power play tally with Maine Gold in the box, the only power play opportunity of the evening for CMU. And for either team for that matter. And then Jace Johnson just moments ago, 15:44, making it a 6-0 game.
It's been all CMU so far, as you saw in Campbell. He's also looked very good in this period, notching one for himself too. Man, this team looks speedy, and as we mentioned in the pregame show, Davenport can wear you out really quick, and they have not looked tired at all. They look fired up, and they look confident.
For Davenport, this is a situation that is all too familiar for them. They have faced deficits like this before, including in their opening series to Western Michigan. They lost 12-2 and 13-0. This is yet another time where they've let up 6 goals. Here's a great opportunity for Owen Campbell, but another save by Gripe. This is now the 6th game in which Davenport has allowed more than 5 goals this season. They allowed 12 and 13 respectively to Western Michigan, 9 and 5 in their home showcase against Miami and Pitt Johnstown. But they were able to hold Olivet Nazarene to just 7 goals in a weekend. But right now, CMU has almost already doubled that. There's a shot from the right point. Chippewas controlling the offensive, and that was blocked. They go to the corner. Nick Kuhn battling there for CMU. He's able to pull it free, backhand it out in front for Bishop. A shot and a save there by Gripe, closing the wickets just barely. 3:12 remaining in the second.
Gripe getting back on his get back. He saved that puck between his legs. He's had a very slower start to start the second period, but nonetheless, when they needed him the most, he showed out, and he's done very well.
Shot by Hutton, blocked away by Gripe. They play it along the half wall now. They battle forward in the corner. 3 minutes remaining in the second period. Hutton couldn't hold the line. It's played back out at center. Kuhn fanned on the dump in. He'll play it back out at center. He's had a good night. He'll work out to the left side. Here's a shot deflected up over top. Now to play off the defensive stick there of Alex Reitzel.
And taking a look, just lots of scoring chances. Once again, man, I'm speechless, really, to say. I'm speechless. This is the best I've seen CMU play this entire year. This is probably the best I've seen CMU play my career here at CMU, but I'm impressed to see, and hopefully this carries on through the rest of the game.
We're approaching the final minutes of the second period. 6-0 CMU leads. And at the end of 2 periods of play down in Grand Rapids, the Grand Rapids Griffins up 1-0 on the Manitoba Moose in their second game at home. There's a pass up ahead for Davenport. Kafer working down the right wing. Pressure to the outside by Hutton. Good play there to knock it away and back into the corner. Chippewas able to clear the zone. It'll be back out at center where Mangold will flop it on in. For the Griffins, Joe Snively has his first of the campaign, coming in just about halfway through that second period. Griffins able to win in convincing fashion over the Milwaukee Admirals back on opening night a week ago. 3-0 win that 24 hours later turned into a 4-1 loss at the hands of the Rockford Ice Hogs. The Griffins 1-1 on the year, their first of 2 meetings this weekend against the Manitoba Moose. Here's a shot from a sharp angle. Johnson made Gripe hug that far post. And Gripe was able to keep it out of the net. 1:40 to go in period 2.
Very good on the poke check everywhere. just in that possession, just getting able to not let Davenport get their momentum going. Great job on the poke check so far in this period.
That forecheck has resulted in plenty of shots, 41-9. The shots on goal here in this second period. Still a minute and 26 seconds left. A nifty shot by Gibbs is snagged out of the air by Gripe. He'll hold with 1:24 to go in the period.
Gripe's figuring it out now. He hasn't allowed a goal in about 3 minutes. Gripe finally getting back on his get back.
That's what Davenport's needed. They've needed to settle things down. Central Michigan scored 5 goals in roughly a 10-minute span to blow this game completely wide open. At the end of this period, 1-0 CMU, and Chippewas have significantly added to that. 66 seconds to go here in the second period. Jace Johnson on a lead pass over the line. That's going to be offside. A late whistle, but you could see the referee starting to make the call. He just took a little bit longer to get the whistle to his mouth. 54.8 to go.
Clock did not. After that whistle, the clock kind of burned out. Like another 4 seconds have lost. Probably going to reset it, but.
Draw across the way. Owen Campbell to dig in. Siraki and Kiefer encroaching a little too close on the near side. The referee pushed him back, and another offside here on Central Michigan with 48.9 to go. It's been all CMU here in this second period, getting up there in shots. At last check, just shy of 50. Kiefer up the left wing. He's got one man to beat in Clements, pushed to the outside with 41 seconds to go in this one. Loose puck in the right wing circle. Kiefer lost it, loose in the slot. It's picked up to the line where Siraki got tangled up with Neer on the near side. And the Chippewas will be pushed back into their own end. Under 30 seconds to play here in period 2. Nice nifty lead pass to Campbell. He's all alone, working in shot, save, Gripe rebound. Is cleared back out to center where Kiefer will turn on the Jets. The senior out of Frederick, Maryland, will let a shot go from the right wing circle. Knocked down by Wilson, clear to the point. Miller ahead with 7 seconds to go. He's got Andrew Siraki all alone, working in, snapped it just wide. A great opportunity for Andrew Siraki, hangs his head. He had a golden opportunity but couldn't capitalize as time expires in the second period.
There were 2 perfect scoring opportunities towards the last minute of the second period. You need to have another guy to help him out, throw the goalie off. You can't have one guy doing all the work. You need at least 1 or 2 guys on either side of the corners. But other than that, 5 goals in the span of 10 minutes for CMU. 0 penalties so far. Knock on wood. Hopefully we keep this going. Hopefully we finish strong.
Yeah, it's been a great opening 40 minutes. We'll see how the third period transpires. But first, we got an intermission report coming up. We'll take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard, including the Grand Rapids Griffins and the Saginaw Spirit. You're listening and watching to CMU D3 Club Hockey on CCHN. Well, the Chippewas have scored 2 field goals while keeping the Davenport Panthers off the board. 6-0 the score after 40 minutes, and it's been a dominant 40 minutes for Central Michigan. Shots are 42-13, and in that second period, CMU had 26 shots on goal. So, again, an utter dominant start to this one, and they've been keeping traffic down in front of Nick Wilson, who is making his first start here tonight. We haven't mentioned him a lot simply because he's only faced 13 shots on goal, but when he's been forced to make saves, he has stood up to the task, and it's good to see him getting a little bit more experience. The decision that Coach Brendan Martin made earlier today to put Nick Wilson in certainly paying dividends right now, as he's made 13 saves throughout this the first 40 minutes to come out with a clean slate at a 6-0, and boy, was that an eventful second period. Let's take you through at least a couple of the goals. Here, Jace Johnson alone pitched a hat trick in that second period. By our count up here, he scored back-to-back goals to make it 3 and 4-0 respectively, before tacking on his third and getting the 6th goal of the game at 14:44 for Central Michigan. So Jace Johnson, who has now catapulted himself into the team lead in goals, now getting his 4th, 5th, and 6th on the year ahead of Connor Morgan. And Connor Morgan hasn't touched the score sheet in terms of goals tonight, but he has been all over the ice as well. But tonight so far, the night has been Jace Johnson. It's 3-0. Sorry about that. Sorry about that, folks. Nice mic just went dead. So, where were we? Yes, Jace Johnson, 3 goals in that second period alone, half of the Chippewas total. It's 6-0 CMU at the end of 40 minutes. Let's turn now to take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard right now. Grand Rapids, the Griffins right now up 1-0 after 40 minutes. Joe Snively getting his first of the campaign. Grand Rapids up in their first of 2 games here this weekend against the Manitoba Moose. They will take on the Moose tomorrow again at 7 p.m., both at Van Andel Arena. You can turn into what is, at this point, a more exciting game on Wood Radio 1300, 106.9 FM out of Grand Rapids, or the iHeartRadio app. Bob Kaiser, Larry Figursky have the call for you. If you want to watch it, go to AHL TV and take a look at that one as well. Another tight game down in London, Ontario right now. The Spirit up 2-1 at the end of 40 minutes. So, like the Griffins, holding a 1-0 lead over the London Knights in a rematch of last year's Memorial Cup final. They will take on Mississauga tomorrow at 4 p.m. and then Oshawa next Saturday, and then Oshawa on Sunday at 6:05 p.m. So a lot of games this weekend for the Saginaw Spirit, and they've started well, 2-1 after 40 minutes in London. You can listen to Dylan Clark's call of that one on 100.5 WSGW out of Saginaw, or watch on CHL TV. Red Wings inactive tonight, lost 5-2 to the Rangers yesterday. Tough loss that ended up sending Ville Husso down to Grand Rapids, who ends up getting the start for GR tonight. But Wings are back in action tomorrow at 2 p.m. To take on Nashville down in Smashville. They will face off tomorrow at 2 p.m. You can listen on 97.1 The Ticket. Ken Cal, Paul Woods have the call for you on that, or Ken Daniels and Mickey Redmond will have the action for you on Bally Sports Detroit. Or should I say FanDuel Sports Detroit. That seems weird, but get used to it. FanDuel taking over Bally Sports Regional Sports Networks, by the way, if you were unaware. We're up 6-0. We're having fun here at Martin. 6-0. Chippewas up after 40 minutes. We'll see how they finish it out come the third period in just a couple of minutes. You're watching CMUD3 Club Hockey on CCHN. We're having fun here at Martin Ice Arena. 6-0 Central Michigan with the lead entering the final 20 minutes of play. That top line out there for CMU. Connor Morgan, Nick Kuhn, and Jake Bishop. Bowerson and Clements back on the defense. But, you know, it's been a lot of good things for Central Michigan, Ryan. But what do you think is something that they can, you know, maybe improve on here in this third period?
I'm going to be honest. I don't really see anything really to improve on. CMU has looked good from every single cylinder. Their poke check has looked great, especially from Jace Johnson. Their aggressiveness and their speed has looked great. They have not looked tired at all. Their shots have looked great. I think the one thing I could say you need to improve on is just try and find a better way to shoot the puck. Because you saw towards the beginning of the second period, everyone's trying to do that back check or that back shot. And then when you figured out they could use the front of the stick, all those shots go in and they just have a better chance. So fix the way you shoot the puck. That's probably the only improvement I'd have to say.
I also have another improvement. They could start scoring goals on Chris Stamos, who is now the netminder for Davenport. They haven't scored on him all night, so maybe they could try to get a goal here in the third.
This is his first time checking into the game. Oh, here we go.
Here's Kuhn up the wing for CMU. His shot saved by Stamos.
I will say one thing. Davenport's goalies, their pads and their helmets look sweet. I love that colorway. Although, I mean, it just looks clean. Like the black and the white and the red, and the goalies, one of them's wearing black, white. It blends in very well.
Gripe is sporting the black pads with the black helmet. Looked very slick. And now Stamos with the all-white getup with the white helmet to go along with the black jersey that he's wearing. His team's moving right to left here in this third period of play. Bouncing puck just outside the Chippewa line will be sent back into the Davenport end. Ring has it at his own defensive blue line. He'll try to fish it up the wall. It popped up into the air. Ring was able to feather it on ahead. Loose puck will just go wide of the net of Nick Wilson, who has made his first start here tonight. 13 saves through the first 40 minutes. Now feed on ahead, Owen Campbell up the right wing. Putting on the brakes in the corner. Back up top for Gilgren. He has it there. His shot was blocked. Rebound loose in front. And it's cleared now down back into the corner. Panthers trying to get it out. Hagen fan on the clearing attempt. Second opportunity, got it out to center ice. 2 minutes gone in this third period. CMU up 6-0. Jace Johnson looking for more, and his shot was just sent wide. Almost lost his balance going into the end board. Now Hop on the forecheck, poked it away there from Rose. They go back into the corner. Johnson trying to pick the puck up into the Michigan. Here's a spin around shot, and they score! Isaac Gibbs has goal number 2. It's 7-0.
That goal, that puck kind of bounced in a little bit. It hit the left side and then just rolled right in. Man, CMU's been rolling. Chris Stamos giving up his first goal of the game. Just checked in, about almost 2.5 minutes gone by in the third. Isaac Gibbs notching his second. Hopefully we can keep this going. New goalie, doesn't matter.
Face-off won by Central Michigan. They'll come back and control it at center ice. Up on right wing, Isaac Gibbs after it, pulls up in the corner, tries to feed it out in front, couldn't connect with Hop. It comes back to the far corner. With Isaac Gibbs scoring his second goal of this game, he's now on hat-trick watch. And if he were to get his third goal, it would be the first time since all the way back March 6th, 2021, when Central Michigan visited Northwood. It would be the first time since then that Central Michigan would have had 2 players to get a hat trick in one game. Mamarito up the wing for Davenport after creating some havoc at the blue line. We shouldn't get too ahead of ourselves. 7-0 CMU. Still lots of time remaining in this third period. Hutton on the outside, working in a shot and a save there by Stamos. It's worked back up top. Davenport trying to work it free, but ran into the linesman across the way. Grollo sent it up top, down into the Davenport end, where it'll be flipped back out to the neutral zone Or Kyle Bowerson will send it the length of the ice, and icing the call on the Chippewas, but it's waved off. Everybody thought it was icing, including the referees. This one, though, is going to be waved off again. Linesman letting them play here. Grollo across the line. Toe drag, lost it. Armentrout's got it. His shot was blocked. Partially, though, it goes to the half boards. Johnson behind the net. Tried to backhand the feed out in front. It was taken at the side of goal by Ring. A dangerous play as he tried to toe drag that out in front. Now Osborne across the line. The fifth-year senior let a shot go. Saved by Wilson. Rebound is loose in front. Cleared away here by Clements. 15:39 to go in period 3. Long dump in into the right wing corner. Ring back at his own end to play it. Stretch pass ahead. Split Temple and Reed. It'll go down the ice. Wilson will play it out of his own goal. Bishop up on left wing on the pass from the netminder. Will duck through center ice to the near side. Gilgren off the half boards. Too far for him. And they'll go to the corner. Mangold couldn't connect. Here's Morgan. His shot blocked. Rebound. He gets it back. Working down into the corner. Trading places with Bishop. Circling up top to Gilgren. He's got it. He'll tee it up. Fire his shot. Save. Rebound is loose. Popped up into the air. Back down on the ice. Gilgren has it. Right point. Down the wall to Bishop. Bishop holds. Centering feed for Morgan. He couldn't handle it. And Reed trying to clear it out. Worked over. Here's Kamara. Shot. Save. Rebound. It's loose in the crease and it's cleared away. All right, on the back door by Mangold. Now Bishop. Again. Shot blocked in front. This time it's Kuhn on the rebound. He snapped it just wide. Boy, Nick Kuhn has been all over the ice in his first 5 games as a Chippewa, still without a goal or a point for that matter. That would have been a great opportunity there for him to get his first ACHA point, but comes up empty. 14:22 remaining in period 3. CMU up 7-0, though they haven't let up. Now Matt goes spilling into the linesman on the near side. Davenport pulls it free. Feet out in front. Mack couldn't get it to go. As much as the Chippewas have dominated this game, Ryan, still doesn't mean that Davenport hasn't generated their own chances.
No, Davenport, they've been making a lot of chances. They've been at that same pace speed-wise when it comes to CMU. However, they haven't found that many shots due to the fact that Wilson's just been a unit down in the net for CMU, and hopefully he keeps it up.
Well, the linesmen have not been able to get out of the way. That's like the 3rd time they've been hit by a player or a puck in the last 5 minutes. Luckily, though, it didn't disrupt the Chippewa rush, and will be played back defensively after that fizzled out. Hop ahead with a nifty lead pass from Gilgren. He'll duck down into the corner. Will be pinned to the boards there by Hagen. Battle for it. Pass intercepted. Campbell's got it. Spins around. He's got it left circle. Shot saved by Stamos. And he holds on with 13:14 remaining in period 3.
Chris Stamos, just outside of that one goal, has looked very good so far for Davenport, subbing out Gripe, who also has looked very good for Davenport. Gripe deserving his well-needed rest for Davenport. Stamos has come into Davenport, hopefully changed the way that Davenport's been playing.
Face-off won by CMU. Jace Johnson, his shot went wide. Rebound cleared up to the point. Kiefer will sky it into the Davenport bench, and we'll have another stoppage of play with 13:05 remaining in the 3rd period.
Reagan, I want to bring up a nice stat for you, sir. If CMU notches the next goal, which will be goal number 8, this will be the first time since ISU, going back all the way to January 28th of this year, where it's going to be an 8-0 game. We have not scored 7 or more goals since January. It hasn't been a while, but it feels like it's been a long time. It's been about 10 months since we've scored 7 goals in a game.
And only about 6 home games, for that matter. That Illinois State game, 7-0. That was Caleb Woolery's first ACHA shutout. Has yet to post one since. Icing waved off here. Great pursuit by Isaac Hop. He can't pick up the puck, though, and it'll be taken away by Hagen, though. Stripped by him. Johnson, and he scores! Johnson's got 4! 8-0 CMU.
Would you like to say I called that, kind of? Wow. Jace Johnson, number 4 of the day, his first in the period. Running up the score. Most goals scored by CMU in a long time. 8-0. Jace Johnson. Wow.
It's a great play by Johnson to find that loose puck in front. He snaps it low blocker on the netminder Stamos, and the Chippewas have an 8-0 lead. Second goal of the period, fourth of the game here for Jace Johnson. Had that hat trick in the second period alone. Boy, what a night for that kid. Here's his brother, Julian, up the left wing. The transfer from Adrian a couple years ago. Lost the puck on a centering feed. Got it to Kamara, though. Kamara will duck down into the corner. Loose puck. They battle for it along the way. Puck stuck up in the half wall. 11:52 remaining in period 3. It's 8-0. CMU 4 goals from Jace Johnson. Leading the way for the Chippewas. That hat trick for Johnson, the first hat trick for a Chippewa since Andrew Porzondik's back on January 21st of 2023. So it's been over a year and a half since Andrew Porzondik, who was in the building tonight somewhere. He visited the broadcast booth at the end of that first period. Unable to play this first semester, but hopefully he'll be back for by the time January rolls around.
Very good to see Porzo again. Nice to see you.
One of just a few Central Michigan players to reach the 100-game plateau. 61 goals, 55 assists, but for 116 points in his 5-year ACHA career. A couple years ago, scored 40 points in the AC and leading the team in scoring. Morgan in, shot saved by Stamos. Rebound popped out into the slot. Bishop spinning around. His shot goes high over the glass. Bishop back in the corner. He's got it for the Chippewas. Puts on the brakes. No-see-doing in the corner. There with Mack. Bishop took a tumble. Loose puck. Corralled to the corner where Kuhn can't pull it free. Kept in at the point on the loose puck by Hutton. His shot went wide. Bishop on pursuit. Up top, here's McCray. His shot was blocked in front by Mack. Bouncing puck taken by Bishop. You know, this has been an anomaly of a game. Because usually this rivalry, this series, is synonymous with penalty minutes. Both of these two clubs, the last couple of years, have led the ACHA in penalty minutes. Davenport has already picked up a decent chunk this season. But I say that because we've only had one penalty in this game, and the physicality and the frustration, I should say, from Davenport is really starting to ramp up here. You can see them taking a couple of extra shots as the play goes away. We'll see if that continues the rest of the way. But if they don't, credit to Coach Phil Wendecker, who has been at the helm for the last couple of years for Davenport. Former Davenport player, mind you. Spent a couple years with this team. It's his third season with the with the D3 team at Davenport. Also manages the rink where they play, Patterson Ice Center. Tomorrow's a homecoming for multiple Chippewas. Nick Kuhn, who we've seen a lot of tonight, and Caleb Woolery, as the boys call him, Sheep. Now a backdoor feed, great save by Stamos, and the rebound put home by Campbell. Owen Campbell has his second of the night, and it is 9-0 CMU, and the Chippewas hurl across the way. Andrew Miller laboring his way to the bench, holding that collarbone. Hope he's okay. Either way, 9-0 CMU.
This is now the third Chippewa to be on power play, or not power play, hat trick watch. Jace Johnson, Isaac Gibbs, and now Owen Campbell. I don't think anyone in CMU D3 club hockey history where there's been 3 players with 3 goals. We might be witnessing history tonight, folks.
Well, my research into this team has been fairly deep, but even I don't have that answer for you, Ryan. I can tell you the last time two Chippewas had a hat trick in the same game, but I can't tell you the last time three.
I think this might be the first time, Reagan.
And we'll see. So for Jace Johnson, it's the first time since Isaac Gibbs' effort on September 30th of 2023 that a Chippewa scored 4 goals in a game. He's got 4 tonight, 4 since the start of the second period. Here's Balmerito out the right wing, the left wing, pardon, trying to work the puck away from Isaac Hopp, and a careless backhanded pass dangerously laid in the slot, but Chippewas were able to clear it. Now bouncing puck right off his stanchion and right onto the stick of Isaac Hopp. He fed it ahead to Jace Johnson. He dropped it back for Isaac Gibbs. He puts on the brakes along the half wall. His shot saved by Stamos, and will hold for a whistle with 7:51 remaining in the third period. Somebody stopped the clock. It's still rolling, and there we go. It's stopped.
Isaac Gibbs trying to look for goal number 4 of the game. Another piece of history. I don't think two players have scored 4 goals in a single game. Looking at my sheet.
That sheet you're looking at is only the last time something's happened. So I don't know. We could have had 2 players scoring 4 goals in a game, and my assumption is it would have been in a game against Northwood back in the days of yore. Now Davenport on the attack for the Panthers. Loose puck down in the corner. Hutton will spin and feed it up into the netting across the way.
Not really much analysis I could give. Just lots of stoppages in play this period. Clock's still running. We're having fun, Reagan. We're having a blast up here in the broadcast booth. Thank you so much for spending your Friday night with us. Man.
And thank you for stepping in, Michael Rosenkrantz, who's been with me for the majority of this season so far. He was called in for high school football duty, working a game at Kelly Short Stadium. Talk about a fun environment to call in, man.
Oh, that's good. I'm so happy for Michael, man. I really am. Kelly Shorts is such a fun environment, no matter the teams that are playing there, whether it's CMU, whether it's a flag football team. I'm happy for Michael, man. Kelly Shorts is such a great place to play.
Indeed, this puck lifted up and into the netting across the way. Central Michigan and up 9-0 off of 4 goals from Jace Johnson, 2 from Campbell, 2 from Gibbs, and then Armin Trout. Where am I? Hold it.
So we have a dog up here.
There's been so many goals in this game, I can't read my score sheet. We got 4 goals for Jace Johnson, 2 for Gibbs, 2 for Campbell, and then 1 for Armin Trout. I wasn't missing anybody. Just couldn't count to 9 in my head. It's been a long day. However, Central Michigan still on the attack here. Nick Kuhn bidding for his first in a Chippewa uniform. Tried to center it out in front. It was intercepted, and away come the Panthers. Up the right wing. This is a long shot in and a penalty coming up on Bowerson here. He's going to go. It's going to be a cross-check. Bowerson pleading his case, but he took a run at Alex Reitzel, and Davenport's going to go to their first power play of the evening with 6:23 remaining in the third.
No matter what, CMU getting their first penalty of the game. Kyle Bowerson going in the box for CMU. Just still, no matter what, getting a penalty this late, you've played very disciplined hockey. No matter what, I'm still proud of this team. Disciplined hockey is the best hockey, but not every game you're going to get 0 penalties.
If you're the Chippewas, you want to maintain as much of this momentum as you can going into tomorrow's matchup at Davenport. Remember the last time these two teams faced off at Patterson Ice Center down in Grand Rapids. Davenport won 3-1. It was a year that Central Michigan struggled down the stretch, was number 17 at the end of the year. That loss kept them at number 17 going into the final rankings, and it would have kept them out of the national tournament picture had not Creighton declined the bid at number 16. It's the last time Central Michigan made it to the national tournament. An 0 for 3, or 0 and 3 in that pool play. Here's a shot saved by Wilson. Rebound down into the corner. 1:08 left in the power play. Here for Davenport, their first of the night. Gilgren hauled down in the corner. Loose puck, fish free by Osborne. He's in the left circle. Shot blockered up and out of play by Wilson. With 55 seconds to go on the power play.
CMU so far in the PK has looked pretty good, I would like to say. Wilson stepping in. Great defense so far. Davenport's had a lot of scoring opportunities so far in this PK. All CMU's got to do is just try and get it out of the possession. Try and clear it as many times as you can in the next 55 seconds.
Davenport 5 for 32 on the power play this season. Good for about 15%. Here's a shot from a sharp angle. Saved by Wilson. Clements hammered down into the corner. No penalty from the referees. Keep it going. Kiefer along the left half wall. 40 to go in the man advantage. Hop, good play to intercept that. And he'll lift it down the ice with 35 to go. Out of his net. There is Stamos. Davenport has three goalies listed on their roster. Cameron Gripe, Chris Stamos, and Liam Whitley. Near over the line, his shot over top the goal, rebound behind the net. It stuck on the skirting there. Loose puck at the side of the goal. They battle for it. Multiple bodies fall. It squirts free to the corner boards, where it'll be taken out by Isaac Hopp. And now a Chippewa and Lucas Hutton taken down. Meanwhile, the other way, Isaac Gibbs scores! He's got a hat trick! The second chapeau of the night. It's 10-0.
We just witnessed history. This is now the third Chippewa in this game with a hat trick. No. Second? Yes. Oh, yeah, because Jace Johnson has 4.
Second.
That is now the second Chippewa with their hat trick. Jace Johnson, my apologies, has 4. Owen Campbell and Isaac Gibbs now have 3. But no matter what, it's been a goal party so far here in this game.
Gibbs has 3. Jace Johnson has 4. Owen Campbell has 2. And Armin Trout picks up the 10th goal of the night, which was, coincidentally, the first. Everybody else has scored all of theirs since. It's 10-0. A couple of milestone moments for the Chippewas tonight. We'll get to those in a moment. Under 4 minutes to play here in this one. Grollo behind the net. Left it off for Julian Johnson. Chippewas still hungry for more. Gilgren down the wall. His pass too hard for Johnson. It'll go into the corner. Backhanded around behind the net by Hagen. On the near boards, it's worked up to Camara. He's got it. His pass for Armin Trout too far. He let it roll around the boards where Rollo chipped it on ahead, intercepted. And here comes the alternate captain, Alex Reitzel. He'll chip it in wide of goal. Under 3:30 to play. It's smothered at the side of the goal by Nick Wilson. We talked about a couple of milestones for CMU here in this one. Last time they scored 10 or more goals in a game was last year, November 18th of 2023, in a 10-0 win against Adrian here at CMU, here at Martin Ice Arena. First time since March of 2021 that 2 Chippewas have had hat tricks. Siraki has it. His shot deflected right on. Campbell trying to get goal number 3. It's loose at the side of the net, and it's covered by the netminder Stamos. 3:06 to go in period 3.
Man, how crazy would that be to get Siraki his 3rd goal? Now the third Chippewa to get a hat trick. Hopefully Siraki notches one.
Owen Campbell is the player on hat trick watch right now. He's got 2. Siraki doesn't have a goal this season. Under 3 to play. Central Michigan up 10-0. Nick Wilson will play it on ahead. Owen Campbell, his shot goes wide. Rebound behind the net. Campbell scoops it up. Still looking for that 3rd goal. He's been out there for a while. McRae's shot goes wide. Miller fed it to Siraki. Shot save. Rebound out in front. Campbell's shot lifted over the goal. Ooh. What an opportunity for Owen Campbell. And all he can do is look to the rafters and shake his head. He won't get a better opportunity for a hat trick than that.
So close, Reagan. So close. Oh, man. no matter what, Owen Campbell today has looked phenomenal. Not just 2 goals, showing off his stick skills, showing off his hustle. Owen Campbell looks great.
Bishop kept the puck in at the point. Loose puck along the half wall, played off the bounce. Cleared back out to center. Nick Kuhn turning on the Jets. Hutton will pick it up for CMU. Back to McRae on the near side. His feet ahead for Connor Morgan. Lost it, and Kuhn has it. He'll turn on the Jets up the left wing. Across the line, pressured by his opposite number, Bomarito. Centering feed intercepted. Panthers come away with it up the wing. Here's Whitley. Over the line, his shot turned aside by Wilson. Whitley listed as the 3rd goaltender here for Davenport, but he's skating out tonight. Not something you often see. Here's Hutton working in. Shot denied. Couldn't get a good read off it. It's back up to the point for Clements. His shot through traffic, gloved onto by Stamos, and he'll hold with 1 minute and 29 seconds remaining here in regulation.
Man, Stamos coming out in lieu of Gripe. He's also looked solid, although he's given up 4 goals. No matter what, he's looked very nice as a relief goal for Davenport.
Draw to his left here. Hop to dig in, loses that face-off. It's an anomaly on the night. Chippewas have dominated the face-off circle. Puck kept in at the point, swung down low by Bowerson. Now it's intercepted by Osborne. He couldn't maintain control of the puck, and it's chipped back up the wing. And only the 14th face-off won by Davenport in this game. 42-14, the face-offs for CMU. And now Hop's helmet comes off across the way, so we'll get a stoppage of play. And now Mack and Jace Johnson exchanging words in front of the sin bins.
That's a new word, sin bin. Is that what you call the penalty box?
Looks like we're going to get coincidental minor penalties here. Mack and Johnson both are going to go off. Johnson pleading his case to the linesman, saying, hey, I didn't do anything. I was just coming to the defense of my teammate. But nonetheless, in a game that has featured very few penalties, we'll have a couple here in the final minute. 53.4 seconds to go in the 3rd period. Johnson in the penalty box for CMU. It'll be Mack in the penalty box, or as you might call it, the sin bin, for Davenport.
Two penalties for each team so far. I mean, obviously the clock's going to run out before their penalty is over, but still, so far, disciplined hockey throughout. 2 penalties is a season low for CMU, and I'm impressed so far when it comes to the discipline of this team. Like I said, if there's any team that you want to change the culture, it's against Davenport. And so far, they have turned a new leaf, you should say.
Faceoff will be outside the Chippewa line across the way as Chippewas pick up their first regulation win of the season tonight. 10-0. Their only win thus far in the year has come against Ferris State, which they won on their home opener in overtime, 5-4. Tonight was a statement game. You needed to beat Davenport to get back rolling, and they have. Ring, though, not done yet. His shot saved by Wilson. It's cleared to the corner. Here's Connor Morgan up the right wing for CMU. He's got Andrew Siraki with him on the left side. Held up along the half wall. Dropped it back for Bowerson. We're 4-on-4 for the final 13 seconds. Kamara steps in. Shot saved by Stamos. Rebound is loose out in front. It's cleared behind the net. Siraki trying to fish it out in front. Too far from Morgan. 2 seconds to go. Here's a shot. That goes wide. And Nick Wilson has his first career start and his first career shutout. 10-0 the final.
That's got to feel good for Nick Wilson. 10-0. Wow. You saw that with Caleb Woolery when they won 10-0. He had a shutout. Now Nick Wilson, 2-0 when you score 10 more and you get a shutout. Wow. This game was all CMU. We'll talk about it at the postgame show, but impressive win. Great all-around win by CMU.
Indeed we will. Post-game show coming up next. We'll recap Nick Wilson's first ACHA shutout here on the CMU Club Hockey Network. 10-0, the final from Martin. celebration was the theme of the night here at Martin Ice Arena. 10-0, the final here against Davenport. CMU getting back on the right track with their first regulation win of the campaign. They improved to 2-5 on the year, but that was all in part because of three players: Jace Johnson, Isaac Gibbs, and Nick Wilson. Nick Wilson had a shutout in his first ACHA game. Isaac Gibbs had a hat trick, and Jace Johnson had 4 goals. You couldn't ask for a better night.
No, you couldn't script it. This is the first time we could officially say that everything went CMU's way. Isaac Gibbs coming out of the gate, red hot. I mean, come on. 3 goals, a hat trick. Awesome. Nick Wilson in his first ACHA start, not his ACHA debut, but his first ACHA start. Shutout. Unbelievable stuff from Nick Wilson. And then Jace Johnson, second period MVP. Unbelievable. Not just 3 goals in the second period. Great on the poke check. Great on defense. Just all-around hustle player. I love what I saw from the CMU Chippewas getting their first regular season win of the year.
And that's just the goals. Taking a look at the other side of the ice, or other side of the score sheet, Isaac Hop, 3 assists. Isaac Gibbs tacks on another point on the assist on Jace Johnson's first. Everybody was just all over the score sheet tonight.
Oh, everybody did their part. That's teamwork. That's the thing that Brendan Martin put in their heads. You guys are a team. You guys got to stick together, and they did just that. It feels like everybody got a point. But man, I'm speechless to say the least. This is the best I've ever seen CMU play, and like we said, if there's any way to turn over a new leaf, it's now against Davenport. And then you got them tomorrow at their barn. Hopefully we can get another win tomorrow.
And not only win tomorrow, but also build a foundation for your upcoming matchups against even more tough opponents. You're coming off of 2 weekend series against teams that made the national tournament a year ago, and next week you turn around and you're going down to Grand Rapids to take on Calvin, a team that was a national semifinalist last year. So this weekend, not just about making sure you can get back on the right foot, but making sure you can build a foundation for going forward, because this season is barely underway and there's still a lot of way to go.
And the journey's just beginning for CMU, and I believe that this is the series to hopefully push that momentum. 2-5 on the season, starting off their first regular season win. Their first win of the year was an overtime win. This is the series to, wake this team up, and they did just that, notching on 10 goals. 10. It's been a while since we've seen 10 goals from the CMU Chippewas team. And if we keep playing like this, Reagan, we're going to see something special for the rest of the year.
Yeah, indeed. Taking a look now at our 3 stars of the game. It's the 3 players we mentioned off the top, though, in a slightly different order. Isaac Gibbs comes in at the number 3 star with 3 goals and an assist. We don't have the assist for the third period, as we haven't had the opportunity to go down and check the score sheet yet. However, we do know that he had an assist in that second period and at least has 4 points on the night. Second star goes to Nick Wilson, 20 saves unofficially from our shot total up here in the booth in his first ACHA start, gets his first ACHA shutout. So congratulations to him. And our first star, Jace Johnson, 4 goals here tonight, along with a couple of apples. Boy, he was on fire tonight.
Man, Jace Johnson, like I mentioned, second period MVP. He was all over the ice today for CMU. He just looked good on the poke check, on the back check, just all around great. He played good hustle hockey. He stayed out of the box, and just overall, Jace Johnson was that big X factor for CMU. Hopefully that can translate tomorrow at Patterson for CMU.
Yeah. Well, speaking of that matchup at Patterson, we'll step aside and we'll come back and preview that matchup tomorrow. Final again, 10-0. CMU gets the shutout victory at home. We'll be back with more in a moment on CCHN. Well, it's deja vu here at Martin Ice Arena. Central Michigan putting up more than 10 goals putting 10 goals up on Davenport. And I'll tell you why that's significant, Ryan. It's the second time that second straight time that Central Michigan has started the year 1-5. Last time was the 2019-20 campaign, and the second time was this year. In 2019-20, they beat Davenport 11-5 to gain their second victory of the year. That came on October 25th. This year, a 10-0 win over Davenport to get their second win of the year. And that year, CMU got to the Nationals, won the Vezina Cup, and we'll see if CMU can turn it around from here.
Hopefully this is deja vu for CMU. I know you brought up that word before we went live on air, but, man, talk about, reality. If this actually happens, that'll be, crazy deja vu for CMU. And, man, I really do hope this happens. This team is going to be something special, man.
And we can't be too hasty. A lot of season left here from Martin Ice Arena, but looking at it tomorrow's matchup, CMU now 2-5 on the year. Davenport 0-7. Central Michigan obviously has the momentum coming in from tonight. What do they need to do to replicate that success from tonight to tomorrow?
Man, you got to just keep up that hustle. You got to keep up those good shot selections. Towards the second period, like I mentioned before the puck drop at the beginning of the third period, you got to find a better shot selection. You're finding the right shots. You're just doing the wrong kind of shots. Lots of backhanded shots towards the front of the goal. You need to back it up. Let somebody, when you're on that transition, let somebody be on either side of the net so you can just pass them and just get it on that top of the corner. And you'll score a lot more goals when that happens. Just do that, and you will be solid. Stay the way that you've been playing defensively on that poke check, on that back check. That hustle hockey looked phenomenal tonight. If you keep it up, we are going to wipe the floor with Davenport tomorrow at Patterson. The only thing, they have home ice advantage tomorrow, which hopefully that doesn't really affect us.
Oh, last time it did. Last time these two teams met at Patterson Ice, and it was a 3-1 win for Davenport. CMU hoping to avoid another type of deja vu tomorrow when they take on Davenport at Patterson Ice Center. 6:30 puck drop will be on the air roughly around 6 o'clock. Well, depending on how things are shaping up at Patterson, we'll keep an eye on our Twitter account for more information. One final look at the out-of-town scoreboard. Grand Rapids ending up that lone goal from Joe Snively ended up being enough to get them over the hump against Manitoba. They improved to 2-1. They'll take on the Moose again tomorrow night at Van Andel Arena, 7 p.m. puck drop. You can listen to that game on Wood Radio 1300 106.9 FM with Bob Kaiser and Larry Frigursky on the call for you from that. Before we head out, we'd like to extend once again our thanks to MHTV for providing us all the video equipment that makes this broadcast possible. We'd like to thank our statistician Derek Steele stepping in tonight, tracking faceoffs and shots. Though unofficially for us, he did a stellar job as usual. Good to have him back up in the booth with us. Zach Kennedy ran our cameras, set everything up. As always, a great cameraman. And our producer, Parker Morrison, stepping in. And thanks again for all of you for helping us out here tonight. And Ryan, thanks for stepping in.
No.
I know Michael got the opportunity to call that football game at Kelly Short Stadium. Thanks for joining me tonight.
Man, Reagan, this was such a fun game. It's great to be back. My first game since, I want to say, February when we played Northwood, when we played on that Olympic sheet. That was so much fun. And I'm so happy to be back with you. And if you guys want to see more of me, I'll be with our producer Parker Morrison tomorrow and Sunday against Adrian. Women's 2 will be playing. Tune in to Men's 3 and also to myself and Parker.
That should be a fun one. Emily Castiglione coming back for the first time. She's now the head coach for Adrian College Women's Division II team in a big rivalry matchup this weekend. The former Chippewa coming back to coach against the Chippewas here this weekend. Parker and Ryan will have the call for you. And coming up next on CCHN, John Gervasi is up in Marquette as the D2 Chippewas take on the Northern Michigan Wildcats. We'll step aside so you can go and catch that one on CCHN. Until next time, my name is Reagan Cleaves for Ryan Donnelly and everybody else here at CCHN saying so long from Martin Ice Arena. Final score, 10-0 as the Chippewas shut out the Davenport Panthers in Nick Wilson's first ACHA start. Thanks for watching and have a wonderful night, everybody.